Someone else want to introduce us this time?
Shit,
Go for it.
I'll give it a shot.
Go for it,
Redub it if it's terrible.
Yeah, go for it, Ben.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cantrips and Cocktails. This week, or this episode, I should say, we have another cocktail for everybody, brought to you by me, Ben. This one is actually one that I'm pretty sure other people have invented, but I personally came up with for my own needs, called a peanut butter and jelly old fashioned. So a little bit of screwball, a little bit of raspberry liqueur, and then the key point is some chocolate bitters. And that gives you this little concoction we got here.
Awesome. Well, shall we dive in and try it?
It smells like a peanut butter and jelly.
Cheers, bud.
Oh, it does.
Clean.
Oh, yeah. I love the smell of
Absolutely
this
smells
thing.
like a classic PB&J.
It's funny, actually. I had PB&J for dinner. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I might have got a little heavier on the raspberry, but
It's good.
I don't mind it.
I like it.
It's definitely drinkable.
So for those of you at home joining us and who have made this drink as well, cheers to you and cheers to us. Players, Ben, Landon, Colin, do any of you guys want to volunteer to recap what happened last time on Cantrips and Cocktails?
It's been so long.
It's been so long. It's been 20 minutes.
we fought some fire things, and they blew up.
So you guys took a job that you heard back in episode 1, which was to investigate a haunted forest. So you guys got some supplies and you came to the forest. Turns out that what you were told were ghosts seemed to be something having to do with the element of fire. As you've been walking through this forest, the trees have begun to look scorched. The leaves are brittle. The ground is just a swath of just scorched earth. And the temperature has been steadily rising. So last session, you guys continued on your way after you took a brief breather to catch your breath. And you all encountered these 3 rock-like creatures that kind of spewed magma when you guys killed them. And in that encounter, Celty walked away with a nice little red gem that she's not sure what it does yet, but she sure would like to find out.
It summons something, I think. Maybe.
She learned that it has the Conjuration School of Magic involved with it. You all debated whether or not now was a good time to turn around and go back or keep forging on, but seeing it was about 9:30 at night, you figured Kane spoke some reason, said, you know what, let's take a breather, let's push ahead and try and end this now. So you guys are coming out of that second rest. I will say, just from like a perspective of like me being your DM, I'm going to allow 2 short rests a day before you have to take a long rest. So this will be your last short rest that I'll allot right now. I'm saying right now, when you're a little bit low level.
That makes sense.
Before you guys have to take when you think about a short rest being an hour,
Yeah.
like at some point you got to sleep. So
No, we're going to take 24 short rests in a day.
but
Back to back.
as you guys are sitting here around this campfire that these fire elementals had made, and I'll tell you guys now that those fire elementals, those little rock-like magma guys that you guys fought last episode, those are something called magmen. I think I let the name slip at one point, but they're called magmen. So those of you who are listening at home and have a monster manual, look those guys up. They're fun. I love them. I think they're a lot of fun. I didn't get to do as much of their chaotic side where they just set everything on fire, but I think they're fun.
They're very deceptive in their, they're little molten rock dudes, and they explode in your face.
Everywhere.
We've also seen the path of their destruction everywhere,
But you guys are coming out of this short rest, so I will go ahead and ask before you guys have your discussion on what you're going to do next and go on your way. Everyone needs to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Right on.
Oh, God, that's right, yeah. Way better than last time.
Let's start over here. Kane, what'd you roll?
17.
Okay. You succeed.
Yay.
13.
13. Okay.
10.
All right.
That was...
The DC was higher. It wasn't impossible to reach, but Varus, you did fail.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, my friend, but during this rest, you did not actually get a full rest. You did not fully recover yourself. So no, you heal up, but you take a point of exhaustion.
Ooh, okay.
Now that you are getting closer to the source.
Noted.
So
You got
that
it.
means that all of your
Ability checks.
ability checks are at disadvantage. And I believe that counts for attack rolls as well. Attack rolls?
No, I think that's on second level.
Yeah,
That is next. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't care. Fight me, internet, if we're wrong. Just ability checks. So in combat checks, you're fine.
Yeah. Ability checks is level 1 and speed halved, then attacks and saving throws is level 3.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just your ability check. So not the end of the world, but you're gonna have a little more difficult time recalling information.
I'm a little winded.
Yeah, you're tired. Just real quick, so I know as the DM, Kane, you were out of rages.
Yes.
Celty, where are you looking at spell wise?
I still have 2 out of 3 spell slots just because I was using those cantrips and drinking my cocktail.
So have you used a channel divinity yet at all? I don't think you have.
I'm not. I was contemplating it, but
okay. And Varus, where are you at spell wise and wild shape wise?
I've got 1 spell slot left.
Okay.
And the short rest just replenished wild shape.
Oh, that's right.
But I have spent 1 of my 2 bomb of the summer court healing die.
Oh, that's right.
And those are per long rest.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to ask you guys that every time I just think while we're low level, it helps me a little bit. Just
keep track of everything.
Yeah, know where you guys are at. Okay, so you guys finish up your rest. What are you guys going to do?
So I did succeed. I don't have exhaustion.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. And since you had a disadvantage last time, you don't this time. Like, you're fine.
I'll go ahead and start off and pat Varus on the back and cast Vigilant Blessing.
Okay.
So he has advantage on initiative roll.
Next initiative roll, you have
Nice.
All right. Gentlemen, or ladies and sir, madam and sir, shall we push forward?
Sounds good.
All right, so who is going to lead? Are you guys going to go the same order where it's Kane in front, Varus, and then Celty?
Yeah, punching bag up front, yeah. Works.
All right.
It's squishy boy in the middle.
Roll me a survival check.
Ooh, 7.
7. All right. You guys begin to walk following Kane's lead. You walk for about 2 hours. In that time, I just want to know, passive perception for the two of you, what is it?
15 for me.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. In that time, about after 90 minutes of following Kane, you guys begin to realize that Kane is walking. You guys are trying to walk kind of like north into the woods. You guys start to realize that Kane is weaving more east and west, back and forth, than he is going directly. So it's more that he's walking side to side more than forward. But you guys track that about, in those 2 hours, you guys managed to walk about a mile.
Jesus.
It's dense woods at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, holy moly.
It is dense. But as you guys are walking, you are making some progress forward, but it's very slow progress. Cool. Oftentimes, Kane will then turn around and like double back on where he's gone. And you guys are just following because he's in lead. But as you guys are beginning to make that progress forward, deeper into the forest, you begin to see that the trees are no longer just scorched, but you're starting to see that like white edging on the bark. You're starting to see
kind of ashy.
Yeah, it's kind of some ashiness. And after about where you think you've gone maybe a mile forward, you begin to see that some of these trees are still burning. Like they're burning. Not intensely or heavily, but they're every so often you see a wisp of fire come off of a tree and recede back into it. I need everyone to roll a perception check. It is past midnight now. By your estimation.
Does that mean I'm at a disadvantage since I don't... Well, no, I've got my torch going, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. There's active fire burning everywhere.
Sure. Since you said before you rolled that you had your torch going, I'll let you be fair.
Right. Unnatural 20 for me.
Okay.
I would like to roll for Balrog.
All right, so Kane had a non-natural 20. What about you, Salty?
12.
12.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, so that's 7.
Ooh, boy.
Why is the barbarian
What do you have?
outrolling you guys on these?
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Because he's exhausted.
On everything.
Yeah. He has disadvantage because of exhaustion. God. Kane, as you're leading the way through, you begin to pick up on the fact that you've been leading them kind of, not on a wild goose chase, but like just not well. But then through the forest, you gauge probably about 100 feet ahead of you. Mm-hmm. You hear a voice boom and say, Where are those damn little critters with my stone? The rest of you don't hear this.
Wait, we don't hear it?
The two of you don't hear this.
Okay.
And he hears it very faintly. It's faint.
Okay.
Like he can tell it's like at a shout, but you guys are far enough away to where it's muffled for the two of you. You don't really hear it.
I hold up my hand, giving kind of the signal for everyone to stop. So that way Varus doesn't run into my back again.
They'll probably still lightly bump you.
And I turn around to look to Salty and I go, hey, that rock, is there any way you could just like bury that real quick so that way, whatever's ahead, that noise I just made, they were looking for that rock?
Should I break it?
No, we still want to, I would like to figure out what that is.
Okay.
But can you like...
I'll find a kind of a trunk or something of a tree,
Yeah.
and like I'll carve a C into it.
Okay.
And then I'll bury it under there.
Okay, sure. Easy enough. Yeah, the bark is easy to cut into because of the charring. Mm-hmm. So you're able to do it, and you kind of take in the surroundings so you can remember where it is. Sure.
Yeah. All right. In that case, now that we've gotten that kind of hidden away, let's push forward. So, we interrupted some errand boys, it seems.
Well, they were shit errand boys. They were tossing it around like a football. Or just a ball. Football doesn't exist on this continent.
That's
Celtic could invent football.
That's
What
an
is
old
football?
It's a game from the old country. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried because unless this being is just frustrated beyond all belief, they're probably talking to someone. So that means we're at least dealing with, at minimum, 2 creatures going forward.
Well, did you hear anybody else talking?
Not that I'm aware of. No, just the one voice. But it wasn't common, so I mean, we won't have little chittering shits yelling at us this time. In theory.
Did the voice sound demanding to you?
Did the voice sound demanding to me?
Did it?
God dang it.
You heard it. What did it sound like?
It sounded more frantic, exasperated, annoyed. I feel like those are good descriptors.
This could be the king. I've found that people who think they have high stations get a little persnickety.
Before we wander off, would it be better to have the stone as a bargaining chip, as it were?
Oh, I think we can still bargain with it as long as we say we have it and it's in a safe spot.
Mm-hmm. Less likely for the negotiations to break down if we're the only ones that know where it is. Because he can't just kill us and take it off of our bodies. Assuming it's a he.
That's a good point.
Might be a she.
I am not good at these things.
I say we go forward, see what all's going on. If there's a way to bargain with this thing to get it to leave, I feel like that would be ideal. Because judging by the damage around us, there's a lot of fire involved, and we're not very suited for fire. To say the least.
That's true.
Or sorry, let me go into stereotypical barbarian speak. Fire bad.
Low end. As you push up your glasses.
Broken glass. I would still like to point out that again, like the earpieces are like 30 degrees separated from each other.
Yeah. I think Celty's gonna like just gonna try to stealth forward a little bit and see if she can hear or see anything.
Okay.
Further.
Roll a stealth check.
Yours did not betray me. It rolled a natural 20. Mine rolled a 3.
So with your stealth, Modifier, that's a
4.
4.
Nice.
Why are we rolling so good on such random things and then stealth is just like...
Okay, let me roll something real quick. Because this King of the Scorched Timbers might be distracted. Celty, you begin forward.
Yep.
The two of you guys see Celty kind of go down the stance. Celty, you make it about... It's about 100 feet, you would say, to where this voice, when Kane described it, may have come from. You make it about 80 feet. And you then... There's a charred branch that you actually step on, and it just... Crack, 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 crack. You feel like it just echoes for miles. You're 20 feet. You've gone 80 feet away from the group. You hear this voice go... What was that? Go. Investigate.
Ooh, that confirms my theory.
Oh, no. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take a note out of Kane's book and drop to the ground and start covering myself with like leaves and foliage.
Roll a stealth check.
If this
Can I borrow that D20 again, please?
If this becomes the theme, I'm gonna be so happy.
This is our shtick.
Anytime trouble happens, just leaves.
There are a lot on the ground right now here in these woods. That's why I'm allowing it, because there's a ton.
5. A 14 and a 5.
You do your best.
Or a 4.
You do your best with the time you feel you have. You then... You see... No, you don't see. You sense something approaching. You don't hear any leaves rustle, but you know how you can get the sense that something is nearby. Give me a second. It rolled a 4 on its perception.
Yes!
Oh my god, really?
You or use your mask. I'm assuming your mask.
Yeah.
Through the mask, through the leaves, you see this red magma oozing thing, similar to the smoke creature that you've now smoke creatures you've fought in twice now, but this one seems to be made of magma. It kind of bubbling appears above you. Nothing's falling on you, but it's nearby enough for you to see it, and it's looking around, and it turns and just flies away.
You're
then close enough, and you hear a and the other creature kind of grunts back at it. The other voice that was deep says, and that's all you hear.
Okay. You're referring to the smoke methods that I fought?
Yes, I'm referring to the smoke methods. This one seems to be made out of like lava, like almost made out of lava.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have a quick question, DM.
You then hear, one second.
Go for it.
You then hear a voice say, "Huh. I wonder, little one, if they've sent someone after you." And that's all that you hear. Something.
Okay. So,
Okay. What are you doing while this is all going on?
I was about to say, do we see these methods coming
don't.
forward? Well,
It's past your torchlight.
balls.
I've
Boris, how far
60 feet.
You don't see it either. It's 80 feet away from you still.
Do we hear any
You guys, I'd say that when something goes up, you guys would start being on perception with your hearing. So go ahead and roll perception checks
Okay.
that are that's hearing based. So because of that, the DC is going to be a little different. But let's see.
I completely forgot that it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
What is that with the modifier?
Perception, right?
Yeah.
22.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
For me.
Varus, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
You do hear this kind of like bubbling, gurgling sound that then it seems to get closer and then it goes away. And then you do hear what Celty heard as well.
Question.
Yeah.
Did I hear enough of the previous methods that we ran into to try to mimic the speech to where it sounds okay from a distance?
You can try to.
Yes.
So you want to do it from where you are right now? Or you want to move? What do you want to do?
Before they head, like, I know this is kind of like all happening at once.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I want to try to, before they fully go back to the big person, try to let off noises of the previous fire, the magma men.
The magman that you guys just fought?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to try to mimic that to see if I can lure them away from that.
What does that sound like, Ben?
I need Kane to roll a performance check.
It's not a negative.
Is it a positive?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a +1.
All right.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
What do the Magmen sound like, Ben?
It's close enough.
Oh, God, that hurt my throat.
You do that. You said it was an unnatural 20?
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
19 plus.
So it still goes away. And then you hear this booming voice. And Varus, you can hear it now too because it's not being quiet. You hear this voice call out. Well, about time you returned. Come here. We heard you out there, little ones.
Just start approaching.
What have you done?
I just start approaching, but I kind of crouch down to try to make my silhouette diminish.
Kane has 100 feet to walk. Kane has 100 feet.
What have I done?
What have you done? I'm going to wild shape into a wolf and
love
try
how-
and stealth behind him.
I love how my screw up is getting pinned on Ben, who rolled well.
Well, no, poor rolls is different than poor choices.
I had a theory, and it went
wait,
the
disadvantage.
opposite direction. I was hoping that maybe it would draw them out and we could jump the two.
Ooh, that's good. A 16 and a 19. I think I get good stealth with a wolf. Yeah, unnatural 20.
Okay, yeah. Kane, you start forward stealth. You kind of sit up a little bit, just see enough Kane walking forward.
No. I wait until they get there, and then I just like grab
you
their
reach out.
calf or
But
something.
As far as you can tell, while Kane's approaching, the wolf just disappears into the darkness.
Nice.
Even with your heightened senses, you're not sure where Varus as a wolf is right now.
Okay.
Slow cut for the druid.
the very tired druid.
Yeah. Okay. So as he's walking past you, can reach out and grab
I'm just
Kane's
like,
leg. Okay. You feel Celti grab your leg as you walk by. You know that she's there. So.
I pretend to be startled and just like kick.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I intentionally
What's
miss.
your unarmed damage?
I intentionally miss.
Feel Celti grab your leg. What are you doing?
And just go, this is kind of the only route we got.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Kane, do you continue forward?
I just kind of reach down, grab the hand, and just
Yeah.
attempt to lift up.
Kind of slowly get up.
Okay, you join him, and do you guys just walk to where this voice has come from?
I just kind of put my hand on her back and just go, all right, negotiator, let's go.
So you guys walk forward. You guys walk about 20, 30 more feet, and then the thick trees open up into a grove. But this grove, the ground is completely scorched. The trees surrounding the grove are burned, charred husks of what you can only assume are once beautiful, elegant trees. In the middle of this grove, you see a bubbling pond of lava. You see tied up to one of these burnt tree trunks. You see a small, gnomish woman in scale mail, chained to the tree, her arms bound up above her head, and she's then like bound to this tree. She's kind of sitting half sitting, half lying up against it. Her head is kind of dangling where you can't tell if she's conscious or not. If she is conscious, barely, only just, you think. Okay. You see sitting across the pond from where you are, on this throne made of burnt branches and tree trunks, something that looks like a dwarf. If a dwarf was made out of copper or bronze, with a beard and hair of raging fire. He sits there with a massive hammer in his grasp, just lounging. He sees you all enter, and his head cocks to the side. You were not what I was expecting. And you see that magma method, Celti, that you saw earlier, is kind of flitting next to his throne now. Who are you and why do you come to my woods?
Do you want to take the lead or do you want me to take the lead?
You look and you see his gaze now goes to this gnomish woman strapped to that trunk. And he goes, are you here for her? Or are you here to pay homage to your king?
Do you want to take this or I can take this?
If you feel so inclined.
Speak!
Go for it.
Oh, great king. We are simply here to bask in your radiant magnificence.
When you say that, you see his beard burns brighter and then lulls slightly.
We did not believe the stories from town. We thought this was a ruse.
What brings you here? Did my servants do as they were bid? Did they release the terror on that pathetic city as they were ordered to?
It depends on what terror you refer to. We came up here expecting a haunting of some ghosts, so to speak. I know, right?
There are no ghosts. Only me, the king of the Scorched Timbers.
And we have come up here to confirm that the stories at the town are true. It would appear that the terror you wish to unleash on the town, aside from mild harassment, has not truly been unleashed.
So, the denizens of that ugly place so close to the water persist. They survive, do they? And at this, he stands up from a certain. Granted, he's shorter than both of you, but when he stands up, it's a little imposing. And you see he scoops down and picks up the shield on his other arm that's not holding the hammer.
Oh, we should have struck first.
Well, and he sets the hammer down, and even though it's into the ground, you guys almost feel like you hear this reverberation when he hits it, the staff of it into the ground. He goes, "Come and kneel before your king."
And I just kind of lean over to Salty and just go, are we just going to play this out and see how this goes?
My liege, yes. Those vile...
Celty, real quick. What's your passive perception?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. Varus, before you guys go any further, I just want to know, Varus, what are you doing on this? You see your friends walk into it. I just want to know what you're doing so I can...
Yeah. No, I got you. I am definitely trying to stay hidden. I want to be close enough that I can hear and see what's going on, but trying to stay on the edge of the woods and stay hidden in the brush if I can.
Okay.
Until...
Right. Just roll me a stealth check just while all this is going on. I'm going to use the one stealth check and it'll apply.
For sure.
For things that happen.
That is a 13.
13. Okay. Good to know.
Not terrible.
Nothing happened right now. I mean... The king of the Scorched Timbers, his attention is very much on these two. Mm-hmm. So,
you asked about my perception.
Yeah, it was 15. You said passive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know.
Okay,
you don't notice anything right now, but it could come into. I just want to know what it is because it might come into play later, depending on what happens. So,
if it's important, mine's 12.
Yeah. No offense, but there's a reason I asked LT.
Oh, I know.
Okay, but yeah, he does this and he tells you all to come kneel before your king.
My liege, yes, the vile people of that sorry settlement still live. I had heard tales as a girl before I came to this continent of your magnificence, and I held out hope. We found your disciples earlier in the woods, slain by forces unknown, but...
Did you find the item with them? The gem.
It is in a place of safekeeping. I thought intuitively that it might hold significance to you, but I did not want to risk its safety and yours by carrying it on my person.
And he lifts the hammer up and now he points it at you, and you see when he pointed at you, flames are licking the edge of this hammer, this war hammer, and he goes, "Kneel before your king and prove your loyalty."
Just say the word, and I kneel.
He goes,
I kneel as well.
and you see this smile break across this metallic face. "I bid you go. Go and unleash the horror within that gem upon that city. Burn it to the ground for me."
Of course, my liege. I revel in the opportunity.
And it's then that you guys see that. You guys see another magma method come from out of the woods into the clearing. And it comes up to the king and it whispers. It goes up to his ear and he looks and leans towards it and looks at the two of you.
Oh, no.
"What is in the woods? Is it an ally of yours? Do you lie to your king?"
I do not hope to claim to know every living being in the woods. If it could be a beast. I do not know.
He steps down away from
it
the
is
throne,
of no consequence.
and he begins
to
to walk
mine.
towards you all around that pit of lava.
I would like to jump in and just say, we do have a pet that keeps an eye on things.
Bring it now.
And I just go, okay. And I give off the best whistle, just, Varus, come here, boy.
Varus, what do you do?
Yeah, hearing all of this unfold, I'm like, okay, yep, cool. And I will slowly trot out and just sit next to Kane.
I just start patting him on the head. He was keeping an eye out to make sure those who slain your minions did not try to get the drop on you while we had conversed.
You see that his metallic, almost dead eyes now take in your outfits. "Tell me, these scorch and burn marks, how did you come by them?"
When we found your fallen comrades, I cradled them in my arms. The one last dying wish before.
And he cuts you off, and he swings the warhammer around his head, and he goes, "You lie!" And he just bangs it into the ground, and you guys see the earth almost just erupt there, and he goes, "When they die, all heat leaves them in that instant." He now points the warhammer back towards you. "How did you come by these burns?"
One of them attacked us. We did not know that they were yours.
"But you attacked a subject of the fire, knowing that I, the king of the Scorched Timbers, are responsible for them, that they belong to me?"
We did not know that it was yours.
My first action, my
"Everything
lord,
of the fire is mine."
My liege, my first action towards these creatures, knowing they were servants of yours, was to extend a hand in fellowship to them. They did not take kindly to this action.
Show your palm.
And I show him the burn on my hand.
Roll
This is the truth.
roll a persuasion check.
Well, I gave him my hand. It wasn't in fellowship.
Make it a deception, actually. Make it deception.
Okay.
It's a half truth.
Either way.
Yeah, it is kind of a half truth, but make it deception.
That's an 11.
An 11.
It was almost a natural.
These metallic dead eyes bore into you. And you see his vision then shifts to the gnome woman chained up to that tree. Mm-hmm. Looks back to you and goes, "You claim to be a good and faithful servant. Am I not correct?"
Of course, my liege.
"Kill her."
Of course. And I will. Let's see here.
For those listening, I'm sorry, this got really dark.
I just look over at Salty and I go, would you like me to do the honors?
No.
No?
It must be her.
Yes, my
What? How? Now, what's the setup there? You've got like the little lava pond.
So there's a lava pond. So I would say right now, you two are not quite like directly in front of it, kind of off to the side. And so what he's done is almost directly across that lava pond from where you all walked in was his throne. So he's walked around what would be, to your all's perception, the left-hand side of that pond. and he's standing slightly in front of it, but off to the side. Almost directly behind him, almost at a 45-degree angle from where he is that stump where that gnomish woman is.
Okay, so the stump is behind her.
Is
behind him, excuse me.
Yeah, to your left, probably about like 25 feet away.
Okay. So I'm gonna...
And when he mentions her, you see her slightly stir and her head moves ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. You're not sure if it's just shifting in unconsciousness or what, but her head moves ever so slightly.
Okay. I look at Kane and kind of nod at kind of both of you because Varus is sitting next to Kane. Just nod and I'll go and hold on one second. I need to find this.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
While he looks that up, as a point of order, is it possible to retroactively say that I've had my axe in its small form in my hand before approaching? Since I can do the small, make it big and small.
Oh, yeah, I'll say that, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I have it small in my hand at the moment.
All right, I'll allow it this time. Next time,
you
got to think of it ahead of time.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll allow it this time.
Okay.
New characters, new items,
Fair enough.
I try to be a nice DM when you're like low level. But man, when you hit level 3,
All bets off.
Don't find it for anybody!
Remind me the title he's been giving himself, the King of the Cinder... Or Scorched
Timbers.
I keep thinking
Scorched
Cinder
Timbers.
King. Yeah.
The Scorched Timbers.
Yeah, this is not that really famous, popular, well done
Yeah. Okay.
thing on Twitch.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the name King of the Scorched Timbers.
No,
I thought it was
cool.
a great name.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
So as I walk up, I'm gonna just slowly pace, kind of like just a typical executioner, like kind of that stoic, somber, like, you know, but also very like confident pace up, and I'm just gonna, in the name of the King of the Scorched Timbers, you have been judged worthy of death. And as I say that, I'm gonna cast. Where is it? Dang it! It came off it. It's the Radiant Consumption.
Okay.
Which is for 1 minute, I radiate a bright light in 10 feet radius.
Okay.
Dim light in 20 feet. Mm-hmm. Every attack or spell deals an extra 2 damage of radiant damage, and at the end of my turns, all creatures within 10 feet take an extra 1 radiant damage.
Okay, and that lasts for a minute?
1 minute.
Okay.
And as I get about 10 feet behind him, you said she's how far behind, like how much distance is between the
She
two?
would be probably about 15 feet behind him.
Okay. As I get up to her, I'm going to raise my glaive like I'm about to strike, and then just cast Guiding Bolt to the back of his head.
Okay. Oh! And as you raise your glaive, and then you do that, you see that her arms come down, and this gnome springs up, and she goes, I was wondering when you do something, and you see that from behind the tree, she picks up this club.
Yes!
All right.
Fuck yeah.
I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, I thought you were going to go cut the chains, but that works way better.
Oh. This is not what I was expecting.
And you have advantage on your initiative.
Freaking awesome.
Do I go ahead and do my damage for the Guiding Bolt?
That seems good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Does he have to, you roll an attack?
It's a Guiding
Save.
Bolt is
It's a save.
attack. No, it's an attack roll.
Okay, roll your attack.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna say that before we enter combat, I'm just gonna give you a surprise round, just real quick. Instead of having a roll, and just go ahead and do it, and we'll see if you hit.
just so you know, my initiative is 6. It's
Okay.
bad. But here's my attack roll. 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay, cool. So that's gonna take.
Buddy. This is not at all what I was expecting from this encounter. Nope. This is awesome.
I was trying to keep it kind of like obscure of what it was going to be.
Oh, this is cool.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, good to know.
All radiant, and then we'll have advantage on the next. I think
the next attack. It's just the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 points of damage. Next attack on him has advantage. Okay, Kane rolled a 2.
22.
22. Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right. Dude, it's a podcast. You have to say what you roll, not motion it.
No, I know. I was about to say it, but I was just like, I don't know how to portray that this is...
Bart, what did you roll?
I did roll a 2 for a total of 4.
Okay, 4.
With advantage for your initiative?
That offset the disadvantage.
It cancels out.
Because he already had
That's
disadvantage.
right. That's right.
You gave him a straight roll, so it could have been a natural 1.
Kane, top of the round. You're first.
Any chance the Mephit, the king, and the
The other two
are...
Mephits, there's one that stayed about 10 feet back from the king. Mm-hmm. The other one is on the other side of the pool, so it would be like kind of to your right, hooking around the pool, probably about 15 feet away.
So there's no way to get him into a line?
No way in hell.
No way to get 2 of them into a line?
No. With your movement, with 30 feet of movement, I don't think so. I mean, you'd have to swing. You could. Yeah, it would take your full movement to do it, though. I'd allow it.
Yeah, 30 feet of movement, breath weapon at 1 Mephit and the king.
Oh, no, you can't get the king in one of them. You can get the 2 Mephits in a line. The king,
that's still
with
fine.
your speed, because you have to like get behind the other Mephit to get that angle.
Okay, that's fine by me.
So, it would be the 2 Mephits that you'd be able to get.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, and they roll dex.
Yes, dex saving throw. Please roll less than a 12.
First one succeeds.
Stop it.
Second one succeeds. Both succeed.
10 points reduced to 5.
All right.
Nice.
All right, and that is Kane's turn.
Oh, there goes my my breath weapon.
All right. It is now this small gnome, and you guys see more clearly now. She's clad in scale mail, and she picks up this club off the ground. And you guys can tell that she was kind of playing possum this whole time.
She was waiting.
But what she does is she holds up. Let me see real quick. Yeah, she holds her hand up toward the king of the Scorched Timbers. And you see this green acidic jet shoot 5 feet wide out of that palm. Ooh. And what you actually saw, Celtic stood close, you actually saw she brought a piece of like rotten fruit out of her hand when she did it. And it shot almost from her hand with the rotten fruit.
Okay.
But you see this acidic blast 5 feet wide just shoot at the king of the Scorched Timbers. He has to roll a dexterity saving throw.
So it's a save, not an so like the advantage thing that from Guiding Bolt wouldn't take effect on this then, because it's not an attack roll, it's a save, correct?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter for this. Okay, no, he succeeds it, so nothing happens to him. Is that how that works? Sorry, for those of you listening, I'm casting a brand new spell out of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and so I'm reading it for not the first time, but I'm still not totally used to it.
Yeah, it's new content.
It's Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Oh, so you just straight up went, new book, go.
You gotta.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, if it succeeds and nothing happens. Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
Bummer.
So it's an all.
But if it fails, it's kind of a badass spell.
So it's a Toll the Dead.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So those of you want to look it up, it's Tasha's Caustic Brew. It's pretty badass. All right, so nothing happens, but then you see that she uses her full 25 feet of movement, and she starts running around the other side of this pond of lava toward that Mephit on the far side. And she says, "Rally to me, let's do this thing." All right, and that is her turn. It is now the Mephit's turn. So the one that was closer to the King of the Scorched Timbers is going to fly back at Celti. The other one that was around the way is actually going to fly towards Kane, since Kane shot at it with your...
I went pew pew.
Yeah. So the first one that's coming at you, Celti, is going to try and... Come on. Yeah. It's
touchy. Not touchy.
It's going to stop a little bit short of you, and it's going to breathe out this fire at you. Oh. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
And since the gnome ran away, it's fine. It's out of the range.
16.
Okay. You succeed, but you do take 4 points of fire damage. And that's all it's going to do. And it's probably about 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
The other one that came up close to you,
Yeah.
is just going to try and hit you with its claws.
No.
Attacking against you, Kane. That's just a 9 to hit, so I'm pretty sure that misses you.
Like I said, no.
That's a miss. All right. It is now the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the Celti's behind. He's going to run up to the wolf, which is dead ahead of him.
Uh-oh.
And he's just going to try and cleave you. Like, just smash across the side of the wolf's head with his warhammer.
Okay.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
That was one of my best rolls tonight. And I didn't say it beforehand, so it's a one-handed hit.
Okay.
So that is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Okay.
And-
wolf form is dropped.
Okay, and an additional 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, and when you turned back, he goes, I knew there was something odd about that wolf.
I have a question. Was he moving outside of my 10-foot reach range at that point? Or I wasn't within 10 feet of him at
No, because you went to go release
That's right.
the gnome. So yeah, you're about 15 feet away from him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Gotcha.
But Salty, it's your turn now. You got a Mephit about... Yeah, you have a Mephit 5 feet away from you. The King of the Scorched Timbers is 25 feet away from you.
Okay.
Oh, and I will say, just Varus, point of reference, he's pretty much standing right in front of you, and behind him is that lava pool. I'm not saying, I'm just kind of trying to give you a point of reference of where
I gotcha.
where you are on that in the glade.
I'm going to... Yeah, I'll take my glaive and attack the Mephit for right now, and then I'll probably move after that.
All right.
Okay, glaive. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits. Why am I even checking? I knew that hit.
Okay, so that's 10 points of slashing damage and I believe just 1 point of the radiant damage from.
So 11 total.
Yes. Let me double check that, but Oh no, I'm sorry. It's gonna be 2 points of radiant damage, so 12 total.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll move and I'll actually rally on go towards where the gnome is.
Okay, so you follow the gnome around.
Yeah.
Okay, you actually because she only has a speed of 25, so you actually catch up right to her.
Okay.
Right after you make that attack.
Gotcha.
The Mephit can't do anything because you have a reach weapon and you're still 5 feet away, so you're not in melee with him.
Yeah, okay, so it was okay.
Yeah, because he was 5 feet away from you.
Okay, so I'm just spinning around it.
You hit him and then you run back around. So you're actually running next to the throne right now.
Okay.
Almost directly across that pond from you is the King of the Scorched Timbers.
Gotcha.
So just so and across the pond, it's about a 25-foot distance.
Okay.
Across the pond.
Okay.
All right, Varus, your turn. No longer a wolf.
Slow and steady. Okay. Yeah, it's things got bad real fast. So just a quick point of order. I don't think it's going to change what I want to do this turn. When we purchased the healing potion,
Yeah.
I guess 2 episodes ago,
Yeah.
I don't have it written down in my online character sheet. I don't remember if it's because I forgot to put it back in there or if we already used it.
You have not used it.
Okay, that's what I was pretty sure.
Yeah.
Was it the one? Did you all buy one and then I sold you another one?
I think each of you have one right now.
I think that's correct.
I think
'Cause
Kane
I
has
made
one.
a little
and
profit
Varus has
off
one.
of one of y'all.
Kane and Varus both have one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know you have not used it.
Wanted to be sure before I relied on that
Yeah.
later.
And remember, in homebrew rules, for me it's a bonus action to drink.
Right on. Okay. Either way, for this turn, because Homeboy is standing on top of me, I am going to go ahead and cast a Thunder Wave.
Ooh, Thunder Wave.
So that is a Constitution save, DC 13.
All right. That is a 14.
Ye bastard. Okay, I still get to deal a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get pushed.
Yeah.
5 thunder damage reduced to 2 or 3.
Round down, so 2.
Okay. I never remember.
Okay.
And
I mean, even with that, you suddenly see that you see in his like bronze body, you start seeing some like cracks.
Okay.
You said you have a passive perception of 15?
Yes.
You see a thick metal bracelet on the hand that's holding the warhammer that does not seem to be part of his body's design or aesthetic. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Noted. Bonus action. I'll pull up Shillelagh to be prepared if I need it.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
All right.
Because I don't want that attack of opportunity.
All right, that was Varus. We're back up to the top of the round. Round 2. Kane.
Great axe smack the method in front of my face.
All right, man. Roll it.
17.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty.
For sure.
Where's my D12?
Ooh.
13 points of slashing damage.
Nice. All right. Big old strong barbarian. Even without raging.
Yep.
All right. Anything else, Kane? Any bonus actions or anything you want to do?
I don't have any other bonus actions.
Okay, I mean, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I was hoping that would have killed it. Damn it.
Nope.
I'll go ahead and make a dash or not actually dash.
But you're going to run? You're gonna
I'm
move?
going to go ahead and go over to the gnome.
Okay. It's going to attack you as you...
Yeah, bring it. It's going to miss. Or it's going to hit and I'm going to go,
Yeah, it hits you. That's a 22 to hit.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that definitely hits you.
I don't know.
That will be... 4 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And 1 point of fire damage.
See, it's fine. Ow.
Okay. And you use your full movement to run away?
Yep, as close to the gnome as I can get.
Okay. It is now the gnome's turn. How are you looking? Don't tell me hit point numbers, just how... you look alright?
I'm alright.
How are you looking, Salty?
A few bumps and bruises. Okay. That's it.
How are you looking, Varus?
Just a light scratch, but Varus doesn't have a ton to begin with.
Okay.
A light scratch for Varus is a full-on black eye.
So what she's going to do... So actually what happens is you actually can get past the gnome, so you just want to move to where the gnome is?
Just to where I'm within 10 feet.
Okay, so you do that. But the gnome runs right past you, close to this method, and what you see is she takes this club, and you see the club crackles for a second, and she just swings out and tries to hit this method.
I thought there was something else going on.
I don't know what you thought, man.
She said rally on her.
Yeah, she was like...
Then she runs away.
Well, she's running into combat, man. Okay, that is... Oh, yeah, that'll hit him. Okay.
Well, if he blows up, we're out of range, I hope.
Okay.
That was just the magnet.
Oh, right, the meth. It's
Okay, so she deals the damage with the club, which is not a lot. She rolled really poorly. But you guys see that... You almost see this, like, wavering thing appeared around the method, and she just keeps running on towards Varus. Varus, she's about... I'm thinking. She's probably about 10 feet away from you now.
Okay. The assistance is appreciated.
And I'm going to see, does she have any... No, she has... No useful bonus actions. Okay. It is the method who you just left. Mm-hmm. And it is going to fly... up, and it's going to put both you and Celty within its range, and it's going to breathe fire at the two of you. So I need both of you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
The answer is you miss.
Oh boy. Why would you say that?
6. Failure.
Yeah. 16.
Success. Celty, you take 8 points of fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Kane, you take 4 points of fire damage. It's the other one's turn, the one that you just ran away from. And it is going to... What's its fly speed? I gotta confirm this. It's gonna fly up on the other side to where they're pretty much pincering you. Mm-hmm. And it's... Oh, well, first I gotta see if it gets its fire. Nope, it doesn't get its fire back.
Yay.
So it's going to take a swipe at you instead, Salty.
At me?
Yeah,
Okay.
But that's just a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
All right, cool. It is now the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn.
Mm-hmm. What you got, big boy?
Why would you ask that?
He's going to try and crumple you with his warhammer.
Oh,
That's what it's got.
Yep,
So you don't ask that.
That is a 17 to hit.
for sure.
All right, let's see here.
This is where we TPK and end the campaign.
I didn't say it again, so it's a one-handed hit. I didn't say that it was... I keep forgetting to say that it's two-handed. But hey, that's on me.
I knew this might be a possibility.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning
Okay.
Oh!
and 3 points of fire damage.
So you went down to like 2?
Varus looks bad.
And as he's bringing it down, and you guys see this hammer, it sparks flames the last second, and you guys see it just across Varus's face. It just impacts, and you hear him say, Varus, under his breath to you, he just says, "You will kneel." Okay, now Celty, it's your turn.
Is there a way that I can get all of my allies within 30 feet of me? 30-foot radius, I believe. Hold on, let me double check that. But
A 30-foot radius,
so a
centered-
60-foot diameter sphere centered on me.
think
So
it's a
within
30. It's a 30-foot radius.
yeah.
They're all there right now.
Twilight
Because Varus,
Sanctuary,
which is directly across from you, he's 25 feet away.
yeah, Twilight Sanctuary. Everybody gets when it ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant it 1d8 temporary hit points.
All right.
So
Okay. So that's your action to up that? Okay.
So
I think you would roll every single time it's an end of an ally's turn.
So because it lasts for, let me double check this.
If they don't, those temporary hit points don't stack, right?
No, it
just
lasts for a minute, but if they lose,
You can bring up.
I can bring
yeah.
it back every.
Yeah, you
turn.
keep adding those temporary hit
It
points. if they
lasts
lose
for a
it.
minute, so 10 rounds.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do that para me.
Okay.
Yeah, I get one nice temporary
right,
hit point right
At
there.
level 2, everything helps.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and move.
You sure?
Well, oh no, I'm not, because there's that.
Yeah, there's a
right next to
Mephit
me.
in melee with you right now. I would say there's a
yeah.
Mephit in melee with you and a Mephit in melee with Kane.
Okay, yeah, I think that's really about what I can do. Because I don't think I have any bonus actions.
All right, so that was Salty's turn. Varus, you're up.
Okay.
Ooh, this got dangerous real quick.
I'm gonna use a bonus action
Okay.
to drink that healing potion.
All right, 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. Oh, I lost one of them. So that is 5 plus 2 for 7.
Okay.
Brings us up to 8.
All right.
Which was the base damage of the
Now I'm
last
just-
hit that hit you.
Now I'm just bloodied. And
I made this a hard fight. Just-
yeah,
made this
I believe it. No,
I
this
figured.
is awesome. I will look him straight in the eyes and
Okay.
say, Eliadin kneels to no man. And I will
Last name, Eliadin, Nielsen No Man.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass.
and I will wild shape into an elk.
Okay. All right.
And that's everything
That's
I can
it.
do.
That's what you can
That's
do.
your
Okay.
turn?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys see him say this, and you guys see this elk just appear.
You take 6 temporary hit points.
There you go. There you
On
go.
top
I will
of
take
wait,
that.
does it go on the elk or does that go on the?
It's just
temporary.
The temporary would be the first thing to go.
Yeah.
No, fair.
So-
fair. Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. All right, nice,
It's
man.
a sturdy elk.
Nice. All right. And that is Varus's turn. Kane, you're up. You got a Mephit in melee. You got Celtate at your back. She's in melee with a Mephit. Your friend's across the way. This little gnomish woman going berserk across the battlefield. You guys don't know who she is, but she seems to be an ally. What are you going to do?
Smack the method.
All right, go for it.
Geschmack with a 19.
That'll hit him.
No, that's a D6. Where's my D12? No, I don't like you. Geschmack with a 16 points of slashing damage. I rolled max roll.
Wow. That's awesome, dude.
I was gonna say, you can see it. That's a 12.
You rolled a 12 on that damage? That's awesome. Yeah.
D12,
I mean,
man.
Yeah, great axes are nice weapons. Yeah, you slice through it, and as your axe cuts it in two, you look up in the last instant to see this magma just erupt outward from it.
How many points of damage do I take?
I need just you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
19?
You succeed. And I rolled really low. You take 1 point of fire damage.
Hey!
That's halved.
Touchscreen work.
All right.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that is my...
so
Actually, wait, no. I would like to take my movement, since I haven't used my movement, to go and flank the Mephit that is facing Celty.
Yeah.
So still within 30 feet of me.
Yes. Yeah. He literally just kind of pivots around to be on the other side.
You can have 5 points of temporary hit.
I will take it.
All right, and I feel like this will be the first time I have to, when we come up to Celti's turn, I'm gonna have to explain my home my home rule about flanking.
Yeah, I didn't know how we were doing
So
that.
I'll just explain it. Okay, it is now the gnome's turn. She is going to sprint up to your side, and she puts her hand on the elk's side, and you hear her, just under her breath, she breathes to you. And she says, "Do not let this be your end." And not the elk, Varus.
Ooh.
You heal. You are going to heal some hit points.
Ooh. Okay.
And anyone asking, there's a narrative reason I'm doing this. You heal 6 more hit points.
Right on.
And then she's going to turn, look at the King of the Scorched Timbers, and she said, "Come at me, you dick." All right.
Is that her turn?
That is her turn.
She gets 6 temporary hit points.
All right. She loves that.
I'm assuming because she's also within... You said everybody.
Yes, everyone is within the range.
Everything is coming up, Varus.
Awesome. All right. That Mephit is dead. It is the one that's engaged with you's turn.
Yeah.
And it is going to see if its breath recharges. It doesn't. So it is going to swipe at you with its claws.
Okay.
That is... I think that might miss you. That's a 15 to hit.
It barely misses.
It just misses you. All right, you're fine, man. You're good. It is now the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn.
Oof.
And he sees the elk, sees the gnome, hefts his warhammer, and just tries to bring it down an arc on top of the gnome's head.
Oh no.
She'll be okay.
He just manages to hit her. 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And 1 point of fire damage. It comes down her head, and you see her. She kind of stumbles with her club in hand, and she stands back up, and she looks over at the elk, and you can almost see the stars going around her head. But that is the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn. Celty, you're up.
All right. I am going to point... Oi, shiny beard. Trying to get his attention. And I'm just going to...
I'm going to allow it to be a free action. I need you to make a... You're trying to distract him. I'm going to make it be a persuasion.
No, I'm just saying...
Oh, you're just saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hoping he just glances at me.
He kind of like looks over his shoulder quickly.
And I'm going to point a bony finger at him and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
For the King of the Scorched Timbers.
Yes, please.
That's a non-natural 20.
He saved, so I'll put that dice back. And I will just go ahead and take my do I just re-roll the temporary hit points? Like what happens there?
It would replace what you currently have.
I will take that because it can't get worse.
Yeah, it replace. Yeah, so
it's the same.
Yeah, I would say, and I know how this is written, but temporary hit points don't stack.
Yeah.
So, but I think it would replace it every turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, that 1 got replaced by 1.
Okay.
That's nice.
Hey, better than nothing.
Yeah.
But didn't you take damage last turn? No, you didn't. He missed you. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna sit here and be a little health point fountain.
Right. Yeah. Hey, that's a nice class feature.
That is fine.
Coming in clutch now.
I mean, it sucks if you don't get hit and you got the max on it and then you get the min the next turn. But I mean, it's better than it. I would take that.
Well, I can choose to give it to a creature.
Oh, okay.
Max.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So if they have max temp, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But when they have
Varus, your turn. Elk Varus.
For sure. I was going to do one thing, but I realized that the elk is designed as a combo. So I can't do a hoof attack because homeboy is not prone. So I will lower my head and just jam my horns into him.
All right.
With a ram attack.
Yeah, roll that attack.
Oh, yeah. That's a natural 17. Plus 5.
Yeah, that does it.
Hell yeah. Okay. 1d6. 4 plus 3? Yeah, 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right, man. Yeah, good hit.
And I will go ahead and expend my last Balm of the Summer Court healing die.
All right.
To heal the gnome who has aided me.
Oh, that's nice of you. Yeah, and you guys see this elk just looks down at this gnome, and suddenly there's warmth filling this whole grove, but it's not this oppressive heat that it is. It's almost like you wake up on a summer's morning and that comforting warmth fills all of your bodies, and you see it radiating out from the elk, and it bathes this gnome in light. How much does she get back?
She gets 4 hit points, I believe. It's just the d6.
Yeah.
Yes, and 1 temporary hit point, but I don't know how that interacts with yours.
Well, she doesn't have any temporary because
I guess that's true.
She got hit.
It got consumed.
So she will definitely take that right now. All right. Yeah, and this gnome just looks at you in like amazement as she feels her body rejuvenated. Okay, that's Varus's turn. It is now Kane.
Did you get hit since your last? Okay.
No. I have been untouched, and it rolled max for me last turn.
Because last turn,
close to it.
Last
It was
turn,
6 out
the
of
king.
8, so.
Yeah. Last turn, the king tried to hit the gnome. Kane, you're up. You're flanking this last method with Celti.
I would like to smack said method.
All right, real quick side note. I'm explaining it for people listening. So in 5th edition, they give the optional rule that if you're flanking a target with an ally, that you get advantage. I think that's... I've played a campaign with a large group, and to me, like they just constantly put themselves in a position where they're like almost everyone's always flanking, so they're always getting advantage on attacks. It's not anything. It's 7 player characters. So I made a rule that when they're flanking, instead of advantage, they get +2 on the attack roll. Yep. So that's what you're all going to hear. I like it. I think it's a good balance for flanking. It makes flanking something that is beneficial, but it's not advantage. So anyway, so Kane, go ahead and roll that.
I mean, we could make it a +6 instead.
No.
All right. Crap. I can't do math. 9 plus 6 is 15 plus another 2, 17.
You hit. You're hitting the method, right? Yeah.
The method.
That hit. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong monster's stat block. Okay.
9 points of slashing damage.
You cleave it in twain as well, and it
Bathe me in fire.
and it erupts. I need you and Celti to both make dexterity saving throws.
It's okay. 15 for me.
Succeed.
18 for...
Both of you succeed, but you take 4 points of fire damage from the eruption.
4 damage.
Okay. Yeah.
I still have temporary hit points.
Okay.
I have 1 temporary.
I got rid of my singular temporary.
Right. And then I'd like to use the rest of my movement to get as close to the king as possible.
You run around. You're 10 feet away.
Okay. In that case, I would like to flank the king to give the gnome advantage.
You're 10 feet away from the king with your full movement.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was only 10 feet. Okay.
Oh, no. After you use your full movement, you're 10 feet away now.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I meant to tell you.
No, you're good.
Okay. It is the little gnome's turn.
Do I still get temporary hit points?
Oh, yes,
possibly?
yes.
Because I only have 1, so anything would be better.
4.
4! Hey!
Awesome. All right, it's the gnome who's been fighting alongside you guys. It's her turn. And she's just going to take her club, and she's just going to try and smack this king of the Scorched Timbers. So, that is... Oh, bummer, she misses. That's sad. It's a +1 weapon too, for reasons.
Because you always give your people better stuff.
She has a class, and she was able to do it based on her class. Anyways, it is the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you want to top her off?
7
Points of
dang.
temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah, that's better than the one that she got from. No offense, Forrest.
So that means she's going to build us a tank now.
Yeah. So yeah, she's looking great. It is the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn, and he's getting real frustrated by all this. He's going to hit the elk with his warhammer.
For sure.
One-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
You already rolled it, though.
Doesn't matter. It's a natural 20.
I apologize,
Hey,
Forrest.
no, we're chill.
And
I had a really good round last round.
Bye, bud.
I've got a lot of... I'm a hit point sack right now. It's going to be a lot.
it's 19 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 8 points of fire damage.
So 27 overall. Elk breaks, obviously. But I'm up.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys just see, and it just seems to connect in just the right spot for this. And yeah, you're knocked out of your elk form, and you guys suddenly see Varus is staying there again, and you guys are like, oh, the druid's back. And you guys have an inkling. When the druid's back, it's not a good thing.
Yep.
Okay, Celty, you're up.
Again, I point a finger, except this time it's the bird, at...
Okay. And it's, yeah.
It's
and you're
Told the Dead.
Told the Dead.
Yeah,
And that's,
so
that's a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
2.
That's a fail.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
That's D12.
Yeah, it's a D12 since he's taking damage.
Welcome to the normal slap of me.
That's that's 9 points of necrotic damage.
Yes.
He's looking. You see more of these cracks appear. You see the bracelet that he was wearing cracks and falls off Varus, and you suddenly see this demeanor change. The beard dims. He falls to a knee, and it looks up at you. And suddenly, it's not that the face itself has changed, but something behind the eyes is completely different. But he doesn't have time to say anything because it's Varus. It's your turn.
Oh wait! I would like to take my temporary hit points.
Go for
Just
it.
in case the world erupts in fire.
Oh, thank God! 7.
But you do see a shift in its demeanor as it's looking up at you.
Interesting. Okay, so the beard has dimmed.
It's still a fire, but it's not the
Yeah.
raging
Yeah.
fire that it was a moment ago.
Definitely something has changed.
The heat in the grove has diminished. It's still hot. It's not as hot as it was.
Is the lava still burbling?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
on, Marius,
And now
get your kill.
this is where an interesting point of order,
Yes, sir.
because I had cast Shillelagh. I don't know how that persists.
Your antlers
with
were shillelagh'd.
wild
It
shape.
persists. If you have a spell that persists, it persists.
Okay.
In and out of wild shape.
Cool.
That's my ruling as the DM.
Right on. This little dwarf standing in front of me, I'm just gonna wind up and try and come up like under the chin and just pop him with my staff.
Okay. Lethal attack.
Oh, geez. What would Varus do here?
It might not matter if you miss.
True.
You would have to sacrifice your action. I would allow an insight check for you to glean information. It's totally up to you. You would basically be burning your turn.
Yeah.
So, it's completely up to you as the player. I'm just letting you know, I would let you make an insight check to see.
And I think Varus probably would, because like Varus is not the one that's like guns ablaze and let's kill some shit.
Yeah.
He is not an adventurer. Yeah.
Insight check?
Yeah, I think so.
Roll an insight check.
Ooh, I didn't realize I was proficient in those. Oh, disadvantage. Damn you, exhaustion. Okay, that's not terrible. 16.
All right. I had the DC at 16. Because it's hard. This is a creature you've never seen before. Its body is metal.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, taking these 6 seconds to examine this being, Varus, you know, this is not the same entity that you fought a moment ago. It just isn't. It looks the same. Nothing has really changed about its appearance except for its beard dimming. But it's just not the same thing that you fought a moment ago. It just isn't. And that's all I can tell you.
Okay. I'll just hold up my staff and just say, hold.
Okay. Kane, it's your turn.
I still would like to run around and flank.
Okay.
And then I heard the word hold, and I just go ahead and grab him.
Did you
Roll a grapple.
What was your temp HP at?
0.
So let me.
That 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Destroyed it.
It's 2 now.
Sweet.
Yeah, that nat 20 there at the end was rough.
You said grapple, that's just plus strength.
You may... I could have told you what the rules of grapple were unless you hadn't asked me. I think it's an athletics... Is it an athletics check?
Hold on.
I don't remember.
Isn't it
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, will you look it up real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget.
I can always tell you what the rules of grapple are, but I don't need to know what the rules of grapple are.
Yeah, it's athletics.
It's athletics check versus it's athletics or dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your athletics check.
19.
Whoa! It's not even that. It's not even that. It's like shrugging you off. It's that you get close to it, and he just sort of brushes you away.
Do I get advantage since I'm flanking?
No. when it breaks when he doesn't let you grapple him, it's not even so much of a place of it's trying to be combative. It's more that it's so focused on something else that it just kind of absentmindedly just avoids you.
Gotcha.
It is now the gnome's turn, and she also turns and she looks at you and she goes, "I hope you're right, elf." And she'll just set her club down on the ground. It is the King of the Scorched Timbers' turn, and he lets go of his warhammer. He drops his shield, and all he says is, "What have I done?" And he just sits there looking at the ground. Celti, I'm going to give you an option to do something, and then after that, unless you all are in agreement, you'll exit combat.
I have a question.
Yep.
How's everybody positioned?
Varus is right in front of him. Mm-hmm. Next to Varus is the gnome. Kind of diagonally next to the pool of lava across from the gnome is Kane. And then right in front of Varus is the King of the Scorched Timbers kneeling on the ground, just dropping his hammer and his shield. And he's just looking. He's not even making eye contact. He's just looking at the scorched earth around him.
So he's not...
He has dropped his weapons.
And he's in between everybody.
Yeah,
basically.
everyone's around him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was considering sleep, but I don't think that I can aim it where it would only hit him.
Just put all of us to sleep.
No, what I'll do is I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And then I'll walk up to the circle of the group.
Okay. You walk up to him as well, and I'll say we're going to exit combat now.
Yeah.
And as you all gather in front of him with a newfound maybe companion in this gnomish woman covered in armor, this metallic dwarven-like figure, his eyes finally raise to the three of you, and he just says, "My name is Volko, and I don't know where I am." And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh. Great.
Oh, buddy.
That was awesome.
Yes!
That was great.
before we totally sign off tonight, I just want to encourage everyone to leave a review of our podcast. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know which one of our 3 heroes is your favorite. Let us know which one is your least favorite. I'm kidding.
We can take it.
Yeah, we can take it.
And most importantly,
And follow us on social media. If you like the episodes, leave us a comment, send us a direct message. We want to hear from you guys. So we'll talk to you guys soon. And peace.
I was about to say, and also share with your friends.
Yeah, definitely share with your friends. We're just 4 dudes sitting in a back room playing Dungeons and Dragons. We have literally no plan of marketing on this thing. So if you like it, let people know.